So hi everyone, I'm going to show how to put together the new UEScope2s and basically how to use them. This is a user video, not an administrator video. The administrators will be responsible for setup and also for downloading the video and also for charging. The charging and the download comes to this little couple. So the first thing you want to do is put it together. Blade, you're going to kind of guesstimate the blade size you're going to need. We have all the way from 0 to 4. For the mountain, we're only going to probably have 2s, 3s, 4s, and not a lot of the smaller size because we don't have a lot of small pediatric patients. So, scope, blade. They only go together one way. If you try to put together the other way, it doesn't go. So put it together. It's a simple compression fitting. Bang, you're in. So now you've got the blade, the scope, put together. The on-off button is pretty intuitive also. It's right up here on the right. You hold it for a few seconds, let go, and it boots. It is incredibly fast boot. Unlike the old UEScope, it took longer to come up, which was an analog. This is pure digital. Alright, so when you see the screen, it's going to be starting to auto-record because I have it set on auto-record, which is how it's going to be set. So we'll deal with that little bit of video that will have to be eliminated. Put together, and you've got it ready to go. Your day and date are down on the right. Your icons, which nobody should be touching except administrators, are on the left. And your battery status is up on the upper left. And this battery lasts a long time. This particular scope has been sitting around in a box for quite a bit of time, and it's still almost fully charged. Okay. So now we're going to look at how we use it. First of all, before we actually start, know the head will flex in all directions. So you can basically do even a reverse intubation. So it's coming from this way backwards. Something you might see in a trapped vehicle, such a situation. Okay, so now we're going to move the camera around so you can see me actually do one on this mannequin. Okay, so now we've turned the device on. We put the head and the blade together. It hot swaps, the blade hot swaps, so that you can actually put a different size blade on without turning the device on and off. Just know that. If you find you got the wrong size, you just pull it out and push in the other blade. Blades are packaged sterilely, or at least cleanly. Well, I'm not sure how craziness on sterile, but they're packaged sterilely in a package. It's a peel-down pack. Separate. We don't have to take it in to be sterilized anymore or anything of that nature. So once you get it all ready to go, you've got the device, you just use your standard technique to enter the airway. You look, this is a mannequin, and then if Crystal come around a little bit here, you can see it in a nice view. Ideally, you want to be able to see the epiglottis, and then you can do your intubation. So it's there. I mean, it's beautifully in view. And if you find yourself pulling one way or the other, you'll distort the airway. This is obviously a very difficult mannequin. The tendency people have is to go deep. That looks like a beautiful view of an airway. When you go to intubate, you're going to go posterior. So you want to remember it's midline. You stay midline with the device, and you only go in deep enough to see the epiglottis and the airway. And that will be a perfect intubation. Alright, so now that we've showed you how to set the device up, put it together, turn it on, let's use it. So we're going to go in here. We're going to remember we are using a very old and a very stiff mannequin. The problem and the tendency is always to go too deep. If you're deep, what's going to happen is your bougie, your endotracheal tube will go posterior and you're going to be fighting with it. If you get really lucky and sneak it in, not going to quite do it. But if you go back a little bit, so you can see the epiglottis, bang, you're in. See how much easier that was. If you're using the endotracheal tube itself, again, we want to be able to see the epiglottis. We want to squeeze it in from the side. And I'm too deep, again, so I pull back. There's the epiglottis. It's really epiglotoscopy is what we're doing. And then there we are, we're in. So that's all it is to it. I like to use, I'm a swing from the side person, swing to the middle. If I'm deep, I'm not going in. If I'm not, I'm right in. So that's all there is to that. Again, we come out. I like not to come out until the stylet has been removed from the endotracheal tube. because I've seen too many times when you start pulling out and you catch the tube and you take the tube with you. So again, that's just the way it ought to be done. When you're done, reach up here, hold that down, and the device is off. That's all there is to it. The recording can now come out and be downloaded to whatever device we're downloading it to.